proper leadership and good governance must be devoid, must underline, of whimsical and capricious conduct, of self-serving attitude, of nepotistic and despotic dispositions, but must, as a concomitant bottom line and as of its hallmark, must consist of selflessness, of sincerity, and of dedication to the service of the overall objective of the government. What is the objective of the government? Security and welfare of the people. This president is in China in a new presidential jet that is unnecessary, while people are dying for security problems in Sokoto, in Meduguri, and then you're saying that is what should be done? No, this government is nepotistic and despotic. It is very self-centered and egocentric.
So guys, you are welcome back to this channel. Now Kenneth Okonkwo have come again. Oh, he's now giving it to this guy Wuto. Now this man no rest. But some things that he said in this video, I actually agree with him, and some things that he also said I don't agree with him. In fact, I'm not agree because he said so many things in this video. He was actually talking about Tinubu. He was talking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Not only him, he was even talking about P2B as well as Atiku and Kwankwaso. Because according to Kenneth Okonkwo, he said that these opposition parties, they are not doing their job. They are not doing their job. Now, my question is, what is their job? What is this job that he said they are not doing? What is their job that they are not doing? Don't worry, you are going to hear everything. You are going to hear what he said in that video. You are going to see the job that he meant that they are not doing in the video, because I'm going to play the video for you guys to watch. I'm going to play the full clip for you guys to watch. So he was talking about the alleged merger of Atiku, Kwankwaso, and Peter Obi, because right now everybody is saying that it is impossible to remove Tinubu come 2027, because even before Tinubu became president of Nigeria, Tinubu has control over the system, let alone now that he's president. Now that he's the president, nobody can remove him from that seat. Nobody can remove him from there, so that is why we had that Peter Obi and Kwankwaso and Atiku is going to merge, and then they are now going to assign one person to go and contest, against Tinubu. So Kenneth Okonkwo said so many things in this video. I kind of agree with him to some certain extent, to some certain levels. I kind of agree with him, but there are some things that he said which I don't really, which I disagree with him actually, because maybe he was saying that out of he said so many things. I would like you guys to watch this video and see what he said. And please, if you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe, comment, and also like. And I'll see you guys in a short while. Just watch this video.
Be an unbeatable denominator in a democratic process of acquiring power. However, I sincerely agree that the opposition is failing because they are concentrating on acquiring power from a ruling party rather than immediately after the election concentrating on consolidating their platforms and then taking on the ruling party on policies to convince Nigerians that they are the alternative force that should take over. The issue of the opposition trying to take power from a Tinubu will be a tall dream. And the reason is this: our electoral system and judicial system have been overthrown. As long as the electoral process is concerned, here are my reasons. I was a member of the presidential team, and I can tell you unequivocally that our electoral jurisprudence has been destroyed. And the courts did this by giving INEC discretion to do whatever they like. The court say INEC has discretion on whether to transmit electronically or not. This is not what the law says. Let me make it clear, in my own opinion. So power does not proceed any longer from the will of the people in Nigeria, but from the discretion of INEC and from the desecration of the judiciary. And having that as bottom line, the opposition, they are just wasting their time. What Lamido said is true, because a Tinubu outside government was able to overwhelm the system. What about a Tinubu inside government? Now, let me tell you why I say our electoral jurisprudence has been overthrown. The court said, if you do not bring your petition, if you do not bring all your witness statement on oath, if you don't bring all your evidence within 21 days, your case is dead. Respectfully, again, that's not what the law says. The law says in section 285, subsection 5, petition should be presented within 21 days. According to Rule 4, subsection 1D, petition simply means the facts that you need to prove, the grounds and the relief sought. It is not the evidence. In Rule 5, the rule for procedure for election said evidence need not be stated in the petition, but the court may give order that you should provide further particulars to prevent surprise and avoid unnecessary expense, and to ensure fair and proper hearing of the suit. Meaning, the court, by subpoena, can allow subpoena witnesses to give evidence after 21 days. Because that's the only way that you will avoid unnecessary expense to the petitioner and ensure fair hearing. Why? An adverse witness will never voluntarily give you evidence that you will use against it. INEC, whenever they pronounce anybody as winner, when they come to court, they are under obligation to defend their own action. So they can never willingly give you evidence. The only choice you have is that when the court starts sitting, you will now use subpoenaed power to bring them to give evidence. Now the court is saying, once the court has started, if you've not produced any witness statement on oath, your petition is dead. That means whatever INEC does, that is final. Then again, they move further and desecrated section 137.
I understand you have a lot to share. You have such a wealth of knowledge, especially from your experience in the past election. I just want to keep the conversation moving forward. You said something quite profound, which is that you felt that instead of a merger, that the oppositions should be consolidating and taking on the current administration on policy. Now, when we speak of policy, each of the opposition leaders, I think one of the biggest sticking issues right now, of course, is the issue of subsidy. Now, each of the parties there represented had the same stance on subsidy, for example, right? So my question is, does it really matter? Do Nigeria's problems, are they going to discriminate against which of the leaders is coming in? Because these are all people who have been in the system before. So is it not time for faces who have not been in the system?
I completely agree with you that we need new faces. 100%. And that was why I have said it. That Atiku, P2B, Tinubu should step aside. And the reason is because the ruling party has failed, the opposition has failed. Are you aware that in the House of Representatives, you have more opposition members as representatives than the ruling class? If they had come together, and that's why I said coming together to form a consolidated fortune before you even begin to talk about merger. I did not say merger is not important. I'm saying you don't just finish an election and the first thing you start talking about is the next election. You consolidate and form alliances amongst yourself to work together as opposition. If all the opposition members in the House of Representatives had come together, they would have produced the Speaker and the Vice. Now, what you said about subsidy, the three parties agreed subsidy should go. The three parties did not say that subsidy should be responsibly, without plans, removed on the first day before a president sets up his cabinet, before a president makes any plan for the cushioning effect. A president in the inauguration ground said fuel subsidy is gone. The opposition parties did not subscribe to that. I came to your studio the next day saying we should be careful coming out of oil subsidy, that from the way this is done, it is unsustainable, and it is still on record. Now, let me tell you something. According to the notable pronouncement of my Lord Gumel, in the case of Sheriff and PDP, he said proper leadership and good governance must be devoid, must underline, of whimsical and capricious conduct, of self-serving attitude, of nepotistic and despotic dispositions, but must, as a concomitant bottom line and as of its hallmark, must consist of selflessness, of sincerity, and of dedication to the service of the overall objective of the government.
So guys, I hope you heard what Kenneth Okonkwo said. I hope you heard everything this man said in this video. Just like I said previously, that I agree with him and disagree with him to some certain extent, because some points that he made we are valid, and some points that he also made I don't agree with him. When it comes to election, like when we are talking about 2027 election and we are not talking about electoral reforms, then we are wasting our time. We are just wasting our time, because what happened in 2003 election will still, definitely it will still repeat itself. So when Kenneth Okonkwo said Atiku, Kwankwaso, and P2B should step aside, as Nigerians needs new faces. Now, who are these new faces? The question is, who are these new faces? Or is he among them? Maybe he's among them. Maybe he's part of the new faces. Maybe he wants to contest, and then he wants to contest for presidency in Nigeria. I don't really know, because he was saying that they should step aside, that we need new faces. So guys, I would like you guys to air your views in the comment section on what you think about this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to click the like button and also the subscription button, and turn on your notification bell so that whenever we make our videos, you'll be the first to see it. Thank you for always staying with us.